So in 2023 here at SportRx, one of the most common questions that our sport opticians are asked is Oakley's PRIZM lens technology still up to snuff? Is it something to write home about? How does it stack up against its competitors? Is it still worthwhile? And the short answer is yes. And by the way, if you've been a follower of our channel for some time now, you've probably seen the multitude of videos that we've made covering PRIZM lens technology, not just for everyday, but for sport as well. There have been some new additions and some models that have been discontinued, but if you would like to see a more updated, comprehensive video of those two PRIZM lens categories, let us know in the comments and we'll be sure to make a video about that as well. So let's talk a little bit about the lens tech, what it does, but first, what does Oakley have to say about it, or how do they describe it? PRIZM leverages specific colors that give you otherwise hard to spot visual cues to keep you at your apex. Okay, kind of gives you an idea, a little bit of marketing speak. However, it is correct in what they describe. Well, what I tell people is, if you have to envision it, think of a soundboard and think about a dial, you know, something for volume where you can turn it down or up. Well, imagine that each one of those dial tones represents a color in the visual spectrum. Oakley has figured out a way to dial down certain color tones as well as increase other ones in terms of its visual intensity so that you get more pristine detail for your given environment. So how do you know what PRIZM lens is right for you? Well, if you're looking for one to give you an advantage in sport, it's pretty easy. Opt on the PRIZM Sport side and pick out which one is designed for your specific sport or activity. In this case, if I'm a mountain biker, I'm gonna probably opt for the PRIZM Trail or the PRIZM Trail Torch. PRIZM Trail because it has a lighter VLT and less of a reflective mirror, so when you're going through sparse canopy sections where you've got light poking through the trees, it's not gonna be too dark or too light where it inhibits your ability to see what's coming up in front of you. So you get better reaction time and better color detail and contrast in your field of view overall. Now, most of the lenses on the sports side are gonna have somewhat of a rose base mixed into the dye. And the reason for that is because rose really helps to highlight and boost color in your surrounding view. However, on the PRIZM Everyday side, you're gonna see more grays and browns. Even though brown is another high contrast lens, it's great for everyday activities and casual athleisure as well. So for instance, we have the Holbrook, not necessarily the best athletic frame because there's not much rubber on it to keep it in place, but a great everyday athleisure frame. And this is paired with a PRIZM Gray. So this is gonna keep colors more neutral in tone when you're looking out, but give a more refreshing view to your perspective. Now, what are some of the downsides of Oakley PRIZM? Well, you might be a person that appreciates a light adjusting or transition lens. The technical term is called photochromic. You can start out clear or with a very mild tint, and when it hits UV light, it's going to darken and sometimes mix with that base tint. So if that is something that you're looking for, check out SportRx's Sport Optimized Lens Collection. These are lens recipes that we design with specific sports and activities in mind, many of which consist of that photochromic technology. So check those out. But getting back to PRIZM, that is one of the downsides. Another one being that if you want it for a particular frame that is not an Oakley, unfortunately that's not available. We've had many questions where somebody has an existing frame that is not Oakley, but they want to pair it with a PRIZM lens. Unfortunately, we can't do that. It is only Oakley frames themselves, but they have an amazing variety of frames that also pertain and excel in specific sports and environments. Namely, for example, we have the split shot right here that was designed for fishing. You can see that it has a retention cord in the back. The Sutro, which is a cycling and mountain biking favorite for its coverage and overall size. The Oakley Flak 2.0 XL, which is arguably the best athletic frame of all time and is beneficial to just about every sport out there that you can name. The Oakley Clifton, great for snow, and we threw in an athleisure one right here. Sometimes people can use it for training. It's great in the gym, but you will have a bit more slippage issue with the Oakley Holbrook. And again, this is paired with a PRIZM Everyday lens, where all the other ones you can see here are paired with a PRIZM Sport because the frame it's attached with is intended for a specific sport. Now, another question we get asked fairly often is, can I get PRIZM lenses in prescription? Yes, absolutely. However, there are a few PRIZM lens options that are not available in prescription. To find out which one is best for you and which ones are and are not available, give us a call, speak to a licensed optician. They can go over your prescription information and dial in what is right for you. So all in all, is PRIZM technology worth it? Well, in 2023, we can safely say yes. And I encourage everybody out there to try them out, whether it's a sport lens you're looking for or an everyday athleisure lens. Give them a try. no doubt you will be blown away by the level of contrast and detail you will achieve. And by the way, don't forget about our See Better guarantee. If you order a lens through SportRx, it doesn't meet your expectations, simply give us a call. We'll swap it out for something better. We want to make you happy no matter what. If you stuck around this long, thank you so much. And by the way, if you have any questions about any of the Oakley frames you see here or other ones or PRIZM lenses, leave it in the comments. We'll get back to you in no time. Also, did you know that they make PRIZM lenses for Oakley snow goggles? You can check out our up-to-date lens guide right over there. Find us at our handle on social media at SportRx, and we'll see you guys next time.